First off, I'm gonna break the fucking fourth wall in this shit. I'm gonna tell everyone what day we're recording. This is bullshit. We're not recording on Thursday. It's fucking 10 a.m. on a Saturday. I'm pissed off.
It's both your faults.
This is the new format.
This is not the new format. I'm doing this once.
I have my toaster strudels and my glass of bourbon. Welcome back to the 14th episode of the Pillars of Autumn podcast. It's early as shit.
14, man.
I'm
going to say that every week.
Hey, we're doing this. Fuck counting. You don't need to.
Listen, it's the one joy I have in the week. I hate this thing, but the one thing I get is the 5 seconds where I can lead this in because I'm in the charge. I'm the man.
Nah. So, Nick, what were you going to say?
I was going to say, I can't believe it's been 14 weeks. I feel like I'm going to say
it's been like 9 for you.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
you take a sabbatical every 3 weeks.
I'm finally back to normal schedule this week. I'm fucking stoked. I'm ready to get back to normal podcast hours.
That'd be nice.
That's what you say. Till next week. Yo, dude, can we do it on Friday? Because Thursday I gotta go jerk off my manager, and it's from 7 to 3. It takes a long time to come.
I fucking really hope that's not the case.
Me too. Yeah, no, I'm with you on that one.
Oh, honestly, Nick, you got a promotion around the corner. You know what that means.
Thank God.
Time to jerk the old pee-pee.
Knees looking red. I'm sweating.
No, see that's what the last coming. I've since got the promotion. The last 2 weeks were the fucking spit and elbow grease. You know what I mean?
All too well.
So we finally got that bread. It just took 2 weeks of hard labor. Oh, thank fuck! But yeah, 7 on Thursday. This is gonna be good. Finally,
nice.
Yeah, no,
perfect.
It's like
10 a fucking M on Saturday.
It's a good way to cap off. It's a good way to cap off the week.
Yeah, there's no more fight, man. This is my weekend. Okay, I'm not doing it talking to you guys for an hour.
Exactly. I use the weekends to get away from you.
Ryan.
Yeah.
What are we playing today? Better be
Addiction.
fucking good. It better be fucking good.
Addiction is what we're playing.
Or is it Destiny?
No.
Oh.
So to preface this, I'm not ruining any story because the first 50 hours of the release, I spent 40 of them beating this game. I slept for maybe 5 hours and blasted through 40 hours of this shit.
I know. I'm gonna be honest. I was a little worried about you.
Why?
Because at all hours of the day you were awake. It was either during the day and you're talking about Death Stranding, or I'd wake up to fucking messages between 2 to 6 a.m. of you being like, I'm almost done. 4 hours later. No, never mind.
That was the worst. It was like, it cucked me the entire time.
For 3 days. 3 days. Like, oh, I almost beat Death Stranding. Oh, wait. No, I didn't. Oh, almost beat it. Oh, wait.
I can't believe that they're bringing it to PC as well. Like, that's fucking nuts.
Yeah.
Look out for a 3 terabyte game.
Actually, it's not even that large on PlayStation, and I don't know how they did it.
Yeah, because look at fucking. I'm gonna get probably sometime during the Christmas season. I'm gonna buy when it's fixed. I'm gonna buy Red Dead 2 for the PC, and apparently it looks like fucking 10 times more phenomenal. Obviously on PC with the graphics enhancements and stuff like that. But the game is like 150 fucking gigabytes.
Mm-hmm. Welcome to Ultra Textures.
And I'm still blown away that Modern Warfare is 120.
Mm-hmm.
I mean the game.
That's not with ray tracing though, right?
That is with. That's the alt.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's like with the high texture pack and shit. I think.
Yeah.
Or like a cheap data, but it's crazy though because I was saying to the guys because they were like the boys were like telling me, oh well, you know how fucking Call of Duty is. They tend to like put filler in their games, so they make their games look like they're more hard drive heavy than they actually are. Because there was like that big thing with Black Ops 3 or 4 or something where the game was like 50 gigabytes of just empty coding just to make the game look like it was bigger than it actually was.
Really?
But I mean, fucking Modern Warfare. Yeah, for real. I'm not kidding. If you go through the files and shit, there's a 50 gig folder in Black Ops 4 that's just empty coding.
I will actually go through that today and let you know if you're full of shit.
No, I'm 100%. It was a huge thing. I still remember this shit. I was like fucking. I remember like there was tons of people pissed about it because they're just like Treyarch, why you lie?
Because they can.
But yeah, exactly. There's fucking people are gonna buy the fucking game anyway. But Modern Warfare was the first one that's come out in a while where I've looked at it like even graphically and just sat back and gone, yeah, that fucking looks like it's actually 120 gigabytes worth of shit.
Yeah.
I mean, we're getting to that fucking era now where everything's gonna have like 1 terabyte's not even gonna be the standard anymore.
It already is.
It's gonna be like, yeah, like it's past that now. It's like, I mean, fucking all I have in my computer is a 1 terabyte hard drive and like on 100 gigabyte SSD. But I really need to upgrade storage.
I've got a 2 terabyte drive here and it is almost full.
Eek.
Just of games.
That's insane.
Just games.
Insane. I mean, like, luckily I have a few more hard drive bays. Like, I can shove a few more in there. But if I'm gonna get one, like, I'm gonna go big or go home.
I love how hard drives nowadays are becoming like just so much more affordable. Like if you look at like a 1 terabyte hard drive a few years ago, they're like half the cost that they are now.
Oh hell yeah, man!
Like storage is becoming so affordable.
Definitely.
Which is why I don't get why Dropbox fucking charges for fucking 2 terabytes. Fuck them.
It's $10 a month.
For storage? Fuck you.
I fucking like I was having a conversation with a few people last week, and I was just like, look at where we've gone, man. Like, you know, you can buy a 1 terabyte hard drive for like what is it, like $90 or some shit now, or like something.
Not even now. Well, hard drive or like a fixed one or like an external.
An internal you can get for like 80 bucks.
Okay.
Canadian.
Yeah,
Any
okay.
US people listening, it's like $60.
Yeah, for an internal,
so,
yeah. Like for an external hard drive, it's like fucking $30 for a terabyte.
So it's just fucking like even video game systems. Like they're announcing like all these game systems now that have like a 1 terabyte hard drive, or like the fucking PS4 had one. The Xbox One has like a 2 terabyte or some shit. Like, or Xbox 5 or not 5, sorry, PS5. Jesus,
Xbox
all these
5.
Things, all these different things coming out with like massive fucking hard drives built into them. And then you look back and it was like, bro, I still remember paying like $30 to $40 for my 10 megabyte fucking memory card for my PS2 back when I was like
right?
fucking 7. It was fucked, man. I remember I begged my parents for another fucking memory card. And I remember and I actually agree with him now, but my dad was like, why the fuck would you spend, because he was like a bit of a techie person back in the day. He's since lost that fucking part of himself, but he was like, honest, I will throw that to him. He won't know what that means, but I will throw that to him.
Oh, he knows what it means in his heart of hearts.
But I remember being like 7 and like begging my parents, and he like just like years later he was like, why the fuck were we spending $40 on 10 megabytes, and I just watched you buy a hard drive that's like a terabyte for $80. And I was like, yeah, you know, the irony is not lost on me. It's kind of fucked.
I remember what was
crazy.
it? The GameCube was 64 megabytes, and it was almost $99 for that shit.
Oh, I don't even want to talk about that, man. That's why, like, my brother, throughout like the course of him owning a GameCube, yeah, it was like he had the one memory card and that was it. And actually, I think for the first little while we didn't even have a memory card because like one didn't come with the system, did it? Didn't even have to buy it separately.
You'd have to buy it with a game. Like I got it with Super Mario Sunshine, so it came with a card.
Didn't the GameCube come with a card?
Only if it came with a game.
Mm. Oh yeah, because he got it with Super Mario Sunshine, I think it was.
I don't remember if my GameCube came with a game. I just remember it had a memory card.
Mm.
Can we take in the fact that the best game to ever have like cameo characters in it was like the Soul Calibur series years ago? Like, look at Soul Calibur across the Xbox, the PS2, and the GameCube had 3 separate exclusive characters. Each one of them were sick. Fucking Link in Soul Calibur 2 on GameCube was the tits, bro. Spawn on Xbox, Hihachi on fucking PS2.
Fucking Link on GameCube.
Crazy. Yeah, that's right. It's just fucking. It's crazy, man. Like that. I remember like being like fucking. They put Link in a game that isn't Smash Bros. Not me. Because back then I didn't know much about The Legend of Zelda. I was like 6, and I'd never heard of the game. Like I'd never played it before.
Blasphemy.
Dude, remember when I came over to your fucking apartment that one time, and I was just like, oh, I like walked in while you guys were playing Ocarina, and I'm just like, I've never ever.
Yes, I remember this, and I almost kicked you out of my band right then and there.
He fucking educated me real quick. I went through like the first. I
pulled out my Hyrule Historia. I'm like, sit the fuck down, buddy.
He made me play until like at least until the first dungeon, so I could get like an appreciation. Or the temple, sorry, not dungeon. I apologize. Don't lynch me. But yeah,
you okay? Calm down. Lower the blood pressure.
I don't care about the lingo. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, the Deku Tree is a dungeon. It's not a temple.
Yeah,
it would be more of a dungeon than a temple to me.
Yeah. Like I would not.
Oh, okay.
I would consider like the second half of the game when you're actually going to the Shadow Temple and the temple, like the actual temples. I would consider, but I wouldn't consider the Dongo's Cavern a temple. I would consider that a dungeon.
Fair.
So you're right there. I'm actually siding with Nick on this one. Fuck all y'all fucking Zelda fanboys.
Fuck you purists. Temple, temple.
Deku Tree is a dungeon.
But I started having like a deeper appreciation for like the Legend of Zelda series because my brother made me play, because I played the first Darksiders game a long time ago, and I know it was like very linear and it wasn't really like Darksiders 2. I don't know if you guys ever played Darksiders 2.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but a buddy of mine came over while I was playing it one time. My brother made me sit down and play Darksiders 2 because I was like, I didn't really like the first one. I don't really want to play it. And then my buddy's watching me play through 2 because I was fucking like, I don't know. I sat down with it. I tried it once and I was fucking hooked. And he's just looking at it and he's like, dude, this kind of echoes like a lot of these guys really took a lot of influence from like The Legend of Zelda, like in terms of the RPG elements and the way that things are done and shit. And I was
just Zelda. It was adult Zelda.
Did we talk about this on a previous episode? How
Remnant?
Yeah, because I remember that I played Darksiders 1 and then I played Darksiders 2. I like Darksiders 1 more than 2. Like I found 2 just kind of be lame and goofy. Like I get that was the shtick that they're going for, but.
Yeah, okay. I'd say in terms of like the mature content, it definitely got more goofy in number 2. Like the linear side and the dark side of number 1 was like way better. But like I just thought that the gameplay elements in number 2 were just so fleshed out and well done. Mm-hmm. And like the combat and the loot system felt really rewarding.
Yeah, it's like they took a lot of influence. I would say both from like how Zelda is structured, but in terms of the gameplay, I would. Like probably more closely like related to like God of War.
Yeah, for sure. That hack and slash.
Yeah.
Yeah. Holy fuck, man. Speaking of which, and talking about like hack and slash and shit, I was talking to Ryan about this a few days ago, but a game that I have literally been waiting 15 years for. The last time that
you can't say that. You haven't been waiting 15 years because you could have been playing it for those 15 years.
No, I couldn't have.
Of course you could. Just get a fucking Xbox. We'll continue your story.
I think you broke him.
I think I might have broken him.
No, I'm sorry. I was confused there for a second. I was saying, okay, so I was waiting for the sequel, for 15 years. But I've been playing this game called Kingdom Under Fire 2. And I don't know because I'm not sure if Devin was like an Xbox guy back in the day, but Kingdom Under Fire was like, yeah, so Kingdom Under Fire was an Xbox original, like it was an exclusive to that console, and It's basically this RTS like action adventure blend where basically like you control like regiments of soldiers, and then you'd have one hero regiment, and if they entered combat with like other regiments of soldiers, it would like zoom in to your whoever like your hero was, and you'd take it on as like a third person like hack and slash, and you'd go and you'd try to destroy the other regiments so that like it would go back out to the RTS blend and shit. So anyway, waiting 15 fucking years for the sequel because the last game came out. Well, not like 14 years because the last one came out 2005. I think it was called Circle of Doom or something like that.
It's honestly just Dynasty Warriors with extra steps.
Oh, dude, it's fucking. It was. I've been in like. I kind of was hesitant on getting this because one, it's a English company that picked it up to translate it and re-release it in North America, which is always kind of dicey. And the Korean company that created the game kind of like stepped away from the North American release. It's been released in Korea for like 8 years, and I'm just fucking blown away with it, man.
So it's not
Like
necessarily that it's a new game, but it's new to North America.
Yeah, because basically they were supposed to be like a full fleshed out North American, Korean, like worldwide release, like because the original series was pretty loved and like pretty well known. But yeah, I guess after a while, the support from the Korean side, they were just like, "Fuck that, we're pulling out. We don't know if it's going to like the projection isn't looking very good. Like people aren't as hyped as we thought it was supposed to be." But dude, I remember in 2006, I was telling Ryan, walking back in 2006, watching this fucking trailer, the announcement trailer for this game, and it was showing off the engine that they were going to be bringing that was going to allow. And I know this sounds insane, man, but like I saw gameplay and everything, it was crazy. 20,000 soldiers versus like 20,000 soldiers on the other side, like in real time on one battlefield, and you get to participate in this gigantic fight. And me as a kid was just like that shit's like possible. Like you can fucking do that. Like how does that not lag like a fucking motherfucker?
I just looked it up online. It looks pretty fun.
Honestly, it's a lot of fun, man. It's crazy. It's less of they're pandering it as like an MMO. The original games were single player, but when you go in to actually play this shit, it's just like a single player experience. There's nothing really MMO-esque about it. It kind of reminds me of Guild Wars a little bit.
It's in Dynasty terms Warriors of like, with extra steps.
Hell yeah, man. Dynasty Warriors was actually a 6 series too, though. I can't.
You know, the first 36 games were pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say they got kind of convoluted as time because like they'd release fucking Dynasty Warriors 9 and then
It was the same fucking game every year.
Mm-hmm.
It's like literally the same story. They just changed the color of an outfit and shipped it again for $90.
Yeah, that's why I gave up on them probably after Dynasty Warriors 6. Like I haven't really played one since. Because it's gotten to a point now where it's less about like historical accuracy in battles and stuff like that, and more about like
that was Dynasty Warriors 2.
Yeah, like more about how can we stick another like feather boa on this character and make it look like historical. Like, how can we make this Chinese character look as fucking frilly as humanly possible?
How can we make Lu Bu look more evil this year? We can't. Okay,
yeah.
feathers.
They're sitting in the office, right, guys? We have a conundrum. How do we make Lu Bu look more like Lu Bu? How do we do it?
Give him a scarf. Perfect.
I got an idea, guys. You're never gonna believe this one. Give him another feather boa. Oh my God.
He's a scarf made of scarves.
I just wonder how they came up with their offshoot editions. Like they're sitting in the boardroom and they're just like, okay, I know we were just released Dynasty Warriors 12 last week, but I mean, how are we gonna milk this? All right. Hear me out. I know we've done this with the last 11 titles. Slap Empires as a subtitle underneath the actual title and just re-release it same price point next year. Boom. People will buy it. Add in one extra character, Lu Bu 2. We're gonna sell this.
Lu Bu 2?
Lu Bu 2. It's 2 spelled TU though.
Lubutu.
Some white guy's playing and he's like, oh, it's amazing, it's amazing. And all of a sudden he just fucking stops. His mind just goes blank. He's like, wait a minute. Lubu 2. Is this isn't a new character? It's literally just it's a skin. Oh my fucking, they duped me. But he buys Dynasty Warriors 13 again next year, though. Nothing stops him. The capitalist train moves on.
That's pretty much how it works, man. Like, that's the game climate now. Is people like, oh, this is basically just the last one. They're like, oh, okay, you're right. It was basic. We're gonna fix it next time with the same game again, but they're gonna buy it every fucking time. That's what fucking Black Ops 4 was.
Oh, Nick, I have a proposition.
What?
I have a proposition for you and Brad.
Okay.
If I buy him a copy of Pokemon, will he shut the fuck up about it?
No, he hates it. Like my parents have bought it for him for Christmas already. Like, I know that, he doesn't know that. He doesn't watch.
Oh my god!
This shit, so it's not gonna. Yeah, I was gonna say he doesn't even he doesn't watch my podcast, so he's not gonna fucking know. But no, he's already well aware. But he literally like he's so obsessed with it being. I think he's just really upset about it because I mean he hasn't even bought a Pokemon game since like X and Y. So what's it been, like 2-3 gens now?
It's amazing to see all of this bitching and moaning going on over a goddamn 9+ children's game. This isn't designed for us, the sweaty neckbeards who've been playing since Red. This is designed for children to sell Switches for Christmas. No,
yeah, for sure. And that's I guess like it's hard though. I mean, when you've been a fan of a series for so long and I get like it's like a worldwide phenomenon. So I mean, it's not even that like you need to stick to one specific audience, because you know that you have like this generational audience of like people finding and loving Pokemon every single year. And then you even have like the old diehards, like thousands, like actually millions of like old diehards that will still play that game. Mm-hmm. I don't get it because I'm not a massive Pokemon fan, but I think like seeing it from like through his eyes, where it's like, okay, you know, like the last game was kind of whatever, I'll let it slide. It was still like a Pokemon game. They still like tried to add some shit to it. Mm-hmm. But it was more of like, I think he's more upset with the fact that Game Freak started off in a really, really good direction with the game. And then just progressively the lies like grew and grew and grew until Pokemon eventually was just like, you know what? Fuck it. Everything's a fucking lie now.
They're trying to appease hardcore people when trying to make a game for children.
That's true. I was also explaining it to him too, because I'm just like, you jumped from. They probably want to break away from the mold of what the old games were, because it's no longer a handheld game.
No,
and it is technically like because of the way the Switch is, yeah. But it's not. It's a console game.
It's if you look at it, they've literally stripped everything down to the fundamental mechanics, took out all the monotony, and made it, I'm going to say, way more fun. Sure, I'm down 4 or 5, maybe 800 Pokemon, but at least the adventure is fucking great this time.
Yeah, but the two big things, that he was complaining about was that there wasn't going to be a national dex, and that, and then the other thing was that the one thing that Game Freak was promising originally was that it was going to be built on like a whole new engine, and that the game was going to look like a console experience. But then they did like a bunch of side by side comparisons of the last game on the 3DS versus what it looks like now.
All right, I love that argument, because you know how easy it is to say, okay, well, it's the exact same thing, they just ported it. It doesn't mean they didn't do it from the ground up. It just means that they had a base that they started from the ground up.
Yeah, for sure. It's just like... Oh,
I lost connection for some reason.
But I'm kind of like with both you guys on this one. It's I don't know. I feel like Nintendo kind of has an idea that even though Pokemon it's a children's game. Mm-hmm. I'm not going to beat around the bush. It's a children's game, but you got to look at the actual audience. Even though it is something that appeals to younger, it's something that any child could pick up, just like we did. You know, It's something that's very easily absorbed for children. But the primary consumer, the people buying this, are 31-year-old neckbeards. So I don't know. I feel like it was both marketed in. I want to say it's marketed wrong. I don't want to say the game was made poorly, but the way they directed it to the way it is, I don't feel like it lines up. And even I'm a little confused. Like just kind of like Nick, I'm not the biggest Pokemon guy. I don't even remember the last Pokemon I bought. You know what I mean? But I enjoyed the TV series. I enjoyed the games growing up. I fucking playing like Pokemon Red on my Game Boy Color. Fuck yeah. Like that was amazing. But I don't know. They definitely said a lot of things that aren't lining up to where the game is now. And honestly, it looks and seems like shit.
What?
I don't know.
Pokemon does?
Yeah, they went in a new direction that I think is natural. They kind of realized that we've it's not a handheld game anymore, so we're going to try to add like this more kind of like what you're saying. They took out all that extra fucking shit that's just been building up and up and up, because that's all Pokemon's been since the very beginning. They had the standard formula, and they just started adding on and adding on and adding on and adding on to the point where it just kind of became this soup of. It was like a soup of Pokemon. But it's been 20 years of that soup. Now that they've gone right back down to bare bones, the game seems so empty and so far away from where it's been, which, nothing wrong with a hard reset, but they did a hard reset, but also kind of directing it towards the diehard fans. I don't know. It was weird.
So you think in like essence that that like they're trying to they're trying to break it down and make it more simplistic again, so that like new people can kind of come to it. It's almost
exactly like
it's almost like jumping in.
Look at Pokemon.
It's like
we started playing.
Yeah, like I mean, it's kind of like jumping into like it's kind of like, in my opinion, it's kind of like jumping into I know this is going to sound weird, but like Final Fantasy, is it 15 was the most recent one?
Yes.
Because I thought that I noticed that a lot of people that aren't fans of Final Fantasy jumped into Final Fantasy 15 and were like, "Fuck, this is the tits," because they broke it down and they rebuilt it up as a completely different game. And people that have probably been playing fucking Final Fantasy for generations were sitting there going, "What the fuck?
Yeah,
where's my fucking turn based? I don't even really need to look at the fucking screen. Where is it?"
That's exactly what pretty much what I'm saying is that we've had 20 years of like, look, when we started playing like Pokemon Blue or Pokemon Yellow, right? It was very minimal. You had your 100 and something Pokemon, 110. I don't remember the number.
Dude, Yellow was sick. Dude. Wasn't that the first one? Wasn't that the first one where like Pikachu would follow you around?
Well,
like,
that was the first one where you had a Pokemon where you had Pikachu that followed you. But look at like sick. Blue and Red and Yellow, right? There was not much going on there, right? Game was very straightforward. And then every single Pokemon that came out and was just added. You got Pokemon Red, and they'd add on to it. And there's your Pokemon Silver, and then they add on to it. And there's your they kept adding for 20 years.
Yeah.
And now that they're like, okay, we can't really add more without this whole fucking thing crumbling. Let's hard reset, start again, appeal to people who've probably never played Pokemon, the children, right? And then now we got all the people that have been so used to this formula for the last 20 years. They're like, what the fuck is this? What is this shit? This is garbage. Where in actuality, the game might be amazing, but it's so far away from what we're used to. I feel like Nintendo should have done a hard reset years ago. And I feel like this would have been avoided. Ryan, what are you doing? What's happening, buddy?
So capture card stopped working. Remote play stopped working.
Were you playing Death Stranding?
Yeah, I was. I'm glad that you tuned in for that. But I'm pretty sure my girlfriend's watching a bunch of videos on the internet. and is killing it.
Because Dev was like, what are we playing this week? And then no one said anything, and I'm on mobile, so I'm like, I can't see.
Oh, you can't see. Yeah, it was Death Stranding.
Yeah, it was.
I think I pieced that together because of like what you were saying with like, because Ryan was like, how you were having that conversation about him saying, I beat it. Oh wait, no, I haven't beat it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, I forgot that you're on mobile. Yeah, Death Stranding. Well, it was Death Stranding. Now I'm looking at this this system user thing going on saying, use this PC to enjoy your PS4 even when you're away from it, and everything crashed and it's broken now. So you're not missing much,
bro.
I'm working on it.
Speaking of like sequels and stuff like that, because we were talking about COD earlier, I was thinking, I kind of compared yesterday with somebody I was talking to, because they were like, fuck it, Call of Duty is basically just the same thing, but people complaining about it not being the same as it used to be versus it not having enough new stuff in it. And then I just commented on the post and I was like, dude, it's pretty much like Chelsea Grin Records at this point. And I kind of shat myself a little there for a second, because I'm like, fuck, it really is just like Chelsea Grin Records. Because like whenever somebody talks about about news, like whenever you see those deathcore memes or just any sort of music memes where it's like fans reacting to the new material, oh, it's not enough like the old material, new fans reacting to the old material, oh, it's not as good as the new material. It's just like, that's basically COD fans in a nutshell.
Basically.
Well,
I feel like that's any fan base though.
Yeah,
Any
that's
fan base
literally
will be
what
like
we just
that.
talked about with Pokemon. It's exactly the same shit.
Crazy, man.
Like,
well,
I'm at this point in my life where I'm like, if you like something, you're immediately an asshole. I don't care who you are.
I'm at the other point. Like, if you're complaining out the ass, you're a dick. Like, I understand criticism, but come on.
Like, I find that when I just going back to that Chelsea Grin shit, I find like when I head into anything new now, the new, like even the new Chelsea Grin record, when I was listening to it, even though it's wildly different than the original, I don't go in looking for negative things from music or from games or from movies anymore, like sequels to things. I kind of go in with like a blank expectation, and then I'm hoping to pick apart the good things I like about the new material rather than what I wish I would still see from the old material.
Constructive criticism. Like, if you go in looking for something negative, you've already made up your mind before you even started listening, or before you start playing or watching, whatever it is, whatever medium you're going into. If you're going in expecting a bad time, you've already had that, right? Like, there's been a few times where someone would recommend a band, and a band I've never listened to, and I've seen around it. You guys know me. I'm the kind of person where if other people enjoy it, I don't like it already, right? It's just
child.
That's just me. But there have been times where I'm like, fine, I'm going to listen to this, right? But I'm like, I'm going to go in. I don't care if other people enjoy it. I'm just going to see what's up. And there'll be times where I'm like, oh, you know what? Fuck. This is actually really fucking good.
Dude, like,
pisses me off.
Speaking of that exact sentence, I was literally, so the new Despised Icon record came out yesterday. And I you know me, like, I love Despised, and I fucking think this new album is far better than their comeback album. Like Beast was good. This is fucking phenomenal. But I was online, and fucking silly me going online and seeing hateful comments and being upset about it. Ooh, you need to fucking put a tampon in my man pussy. But we don't stream anymore. I could say that shit, and Ryan
got a good point. Fuck Death Stranding. I'm sorry, the remote play and capture card just aren't working.
All right, play some on PC. I don't care.
Yeah, just throw on something like simple, man. Just play something silly. Throw on a Newgrounds game.
Play back our last episode.
Throw on a Newgrounds game before Flash is gone. Quick, do it quick. Go. Flash is going away. It's going to be fucking gone.
It is. Well, Newgrounds has the Newground Vault going on, where they're backing up every single animated short, every game, everything that's on Newgrounds. They're backing up into a portal. So even when Flash is gone, you can still enjoy Newgrounds.
Thank
I think
God.
that's fucking wicked.
Browsers
That
have
is
just
wicked.
stopped with Flash as well. So trying to play those games is just it's not happening with Chrome. I think Firefox is the only one that's still doing it.
Well, I can
That's
still I had to set my browser to be like allow Flash still. But every time I open up a Flash game, it's like, oh, by the way, this isn't gonna exist next year. I'm like, I fucking no. Let me play goddamn, some kids pipe dream porn game on Newgrounds. Let me enjoy that for them, not for me.
But
kind of going back to I want to go back to what Nick was saying about the whole despise icon thing.
Okay.
It doesn't matter how so I picked up Flesh God Apocalypse's most recent album, Veleno.
Veleno, yeah. Shit's sick.
I got the limited edition vinyl. I've been listening to Spotify. Like, it's so fucking good. But all the comments I see about it are like, oh, what happened to the old Flesh God? This isn't the Flesh God I know. They're ruined now. And I can't help but listen to this. I'm like, not only is this probably one of the best records I've heard, but it sounds just like Flesh God. Every single album they've come out with has been consistent but slightly different, where Agony was very, very aggressive, very fast, the craziest one I've ever listened to. You got Labyrinth, which was a little bit more on the tame side, which was a great follow-up to Agony. King was the most orchestral and symphonic based one. Like, every album has been so consistent but good. There's nothing wrong with Veleno. I have no idea how someone could listen to Veleno and be like, oh, this isn't the Flesh God I know. It's like, it's the exact same shit. It's the same formula.
That's exactly it, man. Like, musicians, actually artists in its entirety, art in its entirety is so based on emotion and so based on where you are in terms of experiences in your life. And so that I'm starting to find, because I feel like out of the group of you guys, like all of you guys, Lucas, Joe, like anybody in this band, that I'm the most vanilla in terms of learning about music and really finding my musical personality. But
because you're a vocalist.
I think as time has gone on, I'm really appreciating just not just being a musician, but being an artist in its entirety. The feeling of when you're sitting down and writing, even writing to a concept. I find that, like, I'm always writing from a personal place of how I feel, and I'm transcribing it to fit that concept. So, like, I can, instead of just writing solely based on a topic and kind of running with it, it's like, well, how am I feeling right now? Like, what? I want to write this song today because lyrically it fits with how I'm currently feeling. And that's why when people come out with criticism and stuff about, like, a record sound kind of changing and stuff, at the end of the day, when I listen to music, I'm looking for new content. I'm not looking for rehashed, kind of remashed fucking version of what they released prior. I want to hear something new. And it's great because music isn't like, oh, I can only listen to it once. Once I've listened to it once, I said I can't listen to it again. You can fucking replay a record a million times.
No, one and done.
And yeah,
one and done.
I've listened to Attack Attack's first record only once, and I can't listen to it ever again. But damn, that was one good listen. But
I find music's a lot like a film medium, especially if you watch something or listen to something more than once. You find certain nuances and certain aspects that you missed the first time. Like, I can't tell you how many times I listen back to an album that maybe even haven't heard in a couple years, and I hear a certain lyric that I'm like, I missed that the first time. Or, well, not even that. There's an artist I listen to a lot, Amigo the Devil. He's like a folk artist, but there's a few, like, a lot of his lyrics is a lot of play on words and a lot of tongue-in-cheek humor. And there's a couple lyrics where I never got the joke until, like, my 100th listen. I'm like, oh, that's why he said that. Like, it brings a whole new enjoyment to a song that I've heard 150 times.
Just a heads up, this is an audio podcast now because I've given up trying to attempt making this work.
Okay, well, I mean, put on something else.
I am. OBS is fucked. I don't want to stop this recording. Fuck it. we're in.
Yeah, let's. It's all right. I mean, if we don't have a video game going right now, it's not like it's
just
that big.
put a GIF of fucking what's Isabel? Is that the fucking dog bullshit that I keep seeing around?
From Animal Crossing? Yeah, Isabel.
Yeah, Isabel,
Oh, yeah.
Isabella or
Isabel.
No, Isabel.
Isabel.
Yeah, Isabel.
Okay, it is Isabel. Yeah.
'Cause if you look at her hair, they're Isabel.
Okay, throw in a GIF of Isabel dancing for the next 20 minutes.
I will throw in a
the
GIF
fucking
of
thing.
Isabel dancing. Yeah,
No,
But,
I'm gonna need you to throw in a GIF of Isabel dancing for
those
me.
don't exist, so I don't know how I can do that. I will throw in a GIF though for you.
No, you can definitely find a GIF. Look, I've already found one.
I just don't think that's possible.
Both of you, shut the fuck up. Listen.
Can you throw up a JPEG of Danny Phantom T posing for me?
Probably.
I think he only has PNGs. Sorry, buddy.
For full disclosure, though, I'm still playing Death Stranding. Just no one can see it.
Okay. Fucking transcribe what's happening on the screen to us in real time.
Big purple truck delivering packages. Fell over a cliff. We're good.
Oh, I could look out my front door and see the same thing. I could see there's a Purelator truck down the road.
Oh, can I bitch about Amazon? Can I bitch about Amazon for 5 minutes?
We don't have a choice at this point.
Wait,
exactly.
really quick. I just want to cap off that topic about
No, you're taking too
the
long.
music thing. But I was fucking with what I was gonna say about the Despised Icon record. Not even just about music like being overdone and whatever and having all this different shit, but fucking the criticism I was seeing online about Despised Icon was that with this new record especially was that people were like, every year, like or every time a new record comes out, they're just like, oh, Pioneers of Deathcore. And the recent criticism I've been seeing surrounding this record is instead of people listening to it and just breaking it down as just a deathcore record, people are hating it now because other people are calling them Pioneers of Deathcore because they don't agree. So they're like refusing to listen to the music just because someone's given it a label. That is where I was going with the hatred of how
okay,
going full circle, like with Pokemon, with Final Fantasy, with all these different kind of things that like add new elements or take away elements. People don't want to just buy it and try it. They just base it off of a label that was given to it by a media outlet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I'm done. Ryan, bitch about Amazon because everyone fucking has a. I already know what this is about because I saw you.
It comes back to fucking Pokemon.
Oh, so it was supposed to get sent to you release day.
I paid an extra $4 fucking dollars. I have Prime, so most of this shit is free anyway. But I paid an extra
they better
$4
fucking refund that shit
to get. Oh, I'm getting there. To get on release date. So I'm like, okay, fine, fuck it, I get it. It's like an extra step they have to take to get it to me on release date. I will pay the $4. So I order it. Let's see what it came out yesterday. So I ordered it Thursday night. No, sorry, Wednesday night. Ordered it Wednesday night, giving it ample time to get here. And I get a message Friday morning at like 5 a.m, being like, "Hey, your package has been shipped." I'm like, fuck yeah! I checked the delivery date, Saturday. So I send a scathing email to Amazon being like, hey, what the fuck? You took my money and basically just said, go fuck yourself. You get it when you get it. And thankfully, the lady was nice and came back saying, oh my God, we're so sorry. I don't know why she's Asian. I probably shouldn't have done that.
Because you're racist.
Oh, yeah, that's the one. Either way, she comes back like, we're so sorry. She refunded my $4, which, okay, cool, bare minimum. Good job. And then tried to give some explanation of like, oh, well, sometimes we don't get it from the right distribution house. I'm like, I don't give a fuck. I paid $4. I want $4 of effort in this. Then I realized they probably did put $4 of effort in it. Yeah.
Well, it was like when I ordered that Xbox remote, same day shipping.
Oh, wait,
and
are
then,
you one of those people who calls controllers remotes? His friendships might end here.
Wait, did I say remote?
You did.
Oh my God. I normally say controller. Well, I mean, you know me. But I ordered that Xbox controller.
Boomer alert!
Yeah. Shut up. But I ordered that same day shipping, and then a week goes by. I'm just like, where the what? I've been back and forth with Amazon, and then finally we lost the package from Brampton to Thornhill, which Brampton to Thornhill is right down Steeles. It's one street.
Yeah,
it's one street. You just go down Steeles.
They lost it. They definitely lost it.
How did you lose it from Steeles West to Steeles East?
Well, because they didn't lose it in Brampton. It was fucking stolen in Brampton. That's what happened.
100%.
They just sent out a new one.
So it was funny, and I know what I want to say Nick's right there because I got the your order's been placed, your order's been shipped, your order's been delivered, your order's been shipped. I got the email that was saying it was delivered. Enjoy your package to your order shipped again. I'm like, wait, what do you mean? How was it delivered and then immediately undelivered? And that was the same day. It was delivered and then undelivered the same day. And then a week goes by. I'm like, that it's still not there. And like, oh no, we lost it. We'll send you another one, which arrived in 2 days.
That's my favorite. Undelivered.
Yeah, because I got the email because I get push notifications to my phone too. Because sometimes like packages will get delivered while I'm on my way home from work. So I don't want to have to check my email or whatever. I just want it to text me, oh, it's there, so I can go straight to my mailbox instead of going into the basement. So I got the notification like it was delivered. I'm like sick, and I'm looking around. I'm looking the community box. I'm looking around the house. I'm doing laps and shit around the house. I'm like, it's not here. And then I refreshed the Amazon tracking, and it was like, nope, still in shipment. I'm like, what? Wait, no, wait, what? Did they come back and pick it up? Like, where'd it go?
They're just like, yeah, no, this kid shouldn't get this shit. We're just gonna, we're gonna keep it, bring it back sometime next week because you know what, he is Prime, but I don't think he's worthy of it.
But that's kind of what I was saying to Amazon. I'm like, look, man, I don't want to be a dick, but I give you guys a monthly subscription so I can get the service. Where'd it go?
It's gone.
Oh my goodness. I hope everyone's enjoying the gif of Isabel dancing.
Always. Kidding me?
I put it in the chat so Ryan can use it.
Thank you.
I was gonna say she needs to be protected, but after playing the latest Smash Bros, I realized that she literally fucking beats ass. She needs no protection. This bitch
she needs zero protection. Oh man, I'm so fucking bad at Smash Bros, dude.
I'm great with a shitty character, which is fucking ironic because every other character in the game that's like high tier, I can't play worth dog shit, but I can play Little Mac like I'm fucking like top tier.
Wait, really? Little Mac's a shit character?
Yeah, tier wise, Little Mac's like the end of the tier list, bro. Seriously? He's fucking because he has no recover. Like that's the thing. Like he's a land shark, but once you get him up in the air, it's like haha, bye bye. Because he like unless like he gets off some really good counters. But there's been many matches I've begun where I've literally like SD'd myself like twice, just fucking thrown myself off the side of the fucking map. But you know he's a crazy land shark, man. I heard that like because Terry just got released or some shit from Kingdom of Fighters. King of Fighters.
How dare you?
And he slaps ass, bro. Like he literally fucking goes like he sees the ass and he just goes.
The audio quality was so bad.
I can imagine an actual ass being slapped there. That was good. The fidelity of that was like I could feel the reverb of that ass.
You know, like Smash Bros is one of those games where it's like a Final Fantasy for me. Like I was saying last podcast, I'm so fucking bad at it, but I enjoy it so much. Like
exactly, man.
Like I just fucking jerk off fucking Kirby. Kirby's my boy. I'm not good, but
there's some people that give other people so much grief when it comes to games like Smash. Like, I think if you're terrible at a game, or like if you think you're terrible at a game and people like give you shit for being terrible, it's like, fuck you, dude. Like, you're part of the problem. Like, just let them enjoy the game. It's a fucking video game. No one needs to, like, you don't have to have a fucking resume of being good at the game to enjoy a video game.
So you'd
That's,
say
that's one of the things. That's one of the things I was sorry, Ryan. That's one of the things I was saying during the last podcast with Final Fantasy. We're talking about a lot of like the game community and all that, and how there's a lot of gatekeepers. Where
Yeah,
Smash
sure.
Smash Bros is one of those games where it's like you have these people that are like, oh, you're not good at this, then it's not like get out of our game. This is ours. You're not allowed to enjoy this. But oh, you play Kirby? Fuck you. It's like, what the fuck?
okay. First of all, if you play Kirby, fuck you.
Oh,
Yeah,
buddy. Hey,
that's
look here.
more-
Hey, ho, hey.
Right.
I'm bad at the game. Leave me alone.
Just saying, if you play Kirby, fuck you.
Hey,
it's
what do
more
you
of
play,
like
Snake?
it's more of those
Wolf.
people. Yeah, Snake's sick. It's more of those people who play like or who give you shit for not playing a top tier character. Like, you know, I'll admit, like every single day I'll always pick Little Mac. Like I don't even feel the need to switch to other characters because I just have so much fun playing it. And then all my friends will be sitting there in the basement going, oh, well, why don't you play like, you know, a decent character like fucking Fox or something? And it's just like, because I just don't enjoy playing him. I just rather like, why do people give me shit? Oh, Nick, why don't you try a new character? You're always playing Little Mac. Oh, you're such a bitch. Why are you always playing Little Mac? It's just like, bro, I just enjoy playing the game. Why am I being chewed out for my choice
And that's the thing. Is like I enjoy playing Kirby. Kirby's fun. I think I enjoy playing it. I was like, oh, play someone else. Like, fuck you, man. The only game that I've ever gone on my way to learn the other characters' moves, which in hindsight was the best thing I could have done, is Tekken.
Oh, fuck that game.
Because in Tekken,
so different.
But in Tekken, I main Lars. Lars is my main, but because I got an idea of everyone's play style. Whenever I play with someone who's either versed in Tekken or understands how the game works, I always play as Mokujin because he's randomly anyone.
Yeah, it's literally a switch hit.
He every round he's a new character. I could tell by the stance. I'm like, oh, okay, this is Lars, or okay, this is Hitachi, and I'm like, boom, I got it. I know the handful of moves from each character. I'm set.
So I'm assuming that since you're talking about Mokujin, that you're playing Tag 2.
Tag 2 is my favorite. That's the one where I put the most time
characters. And so you and I should play Tekken together someday because my main is martial law. And this literally goes back to what we were talking about in terms of people giving me grief about playing a character I like. So no one likes playing Tekken against me because I'll pick martial law. And I've learned how to perfectly space out his dragon kicks so that it's a nonstop. And I know this is going to sound like this doesn't help my case at all, but it's a nonstop train of me just like double A sidestep, boom, dragon kick. And then as you're on the ground about to get up, sidestep, dragon kick.
Oh, yeah, because that's like with me and Asuka Kazama. I got her kicks down set. So it will be like a couple of high kicks, get you juggling, and then you'll do like the low spin. We just keep fucking spinning, keep you juggling, and then throw an uppercut, and then reset the cycle all over again. We get a couple of high kicks, keep them juggling, start spinning, and then the game's over.
Oh, dude,
done.
She's so hard to fight sometimes. She's actually one of the only characters I have a really hard time playing against.
Azuka and I forget her name. The French one, Lily.
I hate Lily.
Because all her combos are kicks. All her combos are kicks, but her reach, she can kick across the fucking world.
She's literally like female Lars, man. Like it's insane. But
Lars has the slide. Like he slides a lot. Like if you can get that slide uppercut and then follow that up with a couple juggles, you're set with Lars.
The only character, actually, no, the one character I think I have the hardest time against, because it was always me and Jordan when we were growing up in high school, fucking playing Tekken, and him teaching me all the fundamentals of Tekken and shit like that. He'd always play as Steve, and Steve is such a wild card character because no kicks, just like one of his buttons.
He's the boxing.
If you master Steve and Jordan has mastered Steve, it's literally if a full kick character playing against playing against a full just upper body boxing character with just like jukes and whatever. He can like fucking, his combos are insane, man. He'll just come at me and he'll come for the low, he'll go for the uppercut, and then it's just juggling, just straight up fucking juggling with uppercuts, and I'm just like, holy fuck, man, I can't fucking.
Yeah, Steve's the one fight style that I'm really bad at playing, but bad at fighting against is the dance fighting style.
Oh, Capoeira.
Yeah.
Fucking what's his name? Eddie, and
what's the female one?
I always forget her name. Not Cassie. Fucking
Christy.
Christy. Yeah.
1 second. I got. Yeah. It's. Well, I was looking it up. Yeah, it's Christy.
Yeah, Christy.
Because they're constantly moving and like they're always at like, so like I'll be like Lars, I'll throw in like a flying kick and they just like slide under it. I'm like, where the fuck you going, you snake?
They literally have a move where they just like fucking,
they're like
slide
liquid
on the ground.
Yeah,
like lay down and then fucking like, and then it's all about the recovery. It's so fucked up.
Oh, dance characters are so hard for me to fight against. Man, Tekken's fun. I love Tekken Tag Tournament too. Oh.
Yeah, Tekken's always been Tekken's got to be like one of my favorite fighting games just because of the 3D versatility of it.
I was just about to say the 3D aspect. Like I love Mortal Kombat, but you got a whole plane that you don't get to play with because it's only forward and back. But it's that kind of restriction that's fun sometimes. But Tekken is definitely super enjoyable. You know, when someone throws a kick at you and just double tap forward and you just deke off to the left. Oh, yeah.
Same goes for Soul Calibur, because Soul Calibur is literally just Tekken with weapons. Yeah.
Well, Soul Calibur was fun because I would just play as Nightmare and just toss everyone off the map and game over.
Yo, Ryan.
Hmm?
Did you get your Dance Gavin Dance tickets yet?
No, they're sold out. Thanks for the heads up.
Wait, what?
They're gone.
He said that in the message. Ryan was like, "Yo, I was going to get this, but they're sold out." And you're like, "Haha, yeah, I'm going."
That was literally it.
What?
Gone.
Do you not read the messages you reply to?
No, I just didn't realize that they were already fucking gone.
Gone. Like the only ones left are the VIP packages for like $150, and I love them. But
what?
No.
I didn't think Rebel would sell out that quick. I'm kind of perplexed.
Rebel's not that big of a venue. I mean, like it's a big capacity, but they only sell like enough tickets for the floor, not the back areas.
Ryan,
Pretty much, yeah.
Ryan,
Yes.
there's still tickets.
Where?
Ticketmaster. I just went on.
All right, I'll check. The official page links to like Ticketfly or fucking.
Oh no, fuck that shit.
Yeah,
Go
exactly.
to
All
hold on.
April 7th, right?
Yeah, April 7th.
Yeah, that's after my birthday. Buy me tickets.
It's literally what I said. Do you read the fucking message?
Who do you guys think? Who do you guys think that that band that hasn't been announced yet, the blurry one? Who do you think that is?
Periphery. If Animals as Leaders are playing, so are Periphery.
That's not true.
It's literally just like a Sumerian or not. Yeah, it's literally just a fucking Sumerian tour at that point.
Well, Periphery's not signed to Sumerian.
Not anymore.
I thought they were.
No, Century.
Oh,
They were a while ago, but they haven't been signed to Sumerian for like the last 2 albums.
Oh, they've done it all DIY, haven't they?
Yeah, I think they're independent now.
Oh man, but yeah, I saw that show get announced, and I was like, dude, new Dance Gavin Dance record, fucking 2020. So ready, dude.
Just relax. You're okay. You're safe.
I don't think I get as excited for music as much as I do when Dance Gavin Dance like teases a new album, because the music is always so fucking good. Like I can groove to it, I can jam to it, I can fucking throw down. It's crazy. It's such a versatile band, man.
Yeah. Plus their live shows fucking sweet.
But it's funny. I'm not so much a fan of their older material.
Neither am I.
Like pre-Tillian material. I like Kurt Travis. I thought he was okay on that one record, and then But Johnny Craig, man, I mean, I know he's a shit person. Like that aside, I just don't like him. I can't stand Johnny Craig. I remember listening to him in what's that one band he had there for a while during the last few years of Warped Tour, Slaves, I think it was called. And I remember listening to Slaves. Yeah, like he's been kicked out of every band he's ever been in, man. And I think I sit back and I was thinking to myself, like, and I'm sure Dance Gavin Dance fans would lynch me for saying this, but I just like Tillian Era, like that he's just such a phenomenal front man, and I think he really helped up that kind of poppy but very well done mathcore / pop / post hardcore mix. Like he kind of brought that to the table.
Well, honestly, Nick, how dare you have your own opinion? I'm coming there with a rope and a knife.
Prepare to get lynched.
I love PC culture nowadays, man.
Oh, don't!
And I know Devin does.
We did this last week. You missed it.
Even get me started.
I know.
But how much Dev hates trans people.
But no, last week we didn't have the recent updates though. We didn't have the whole Don Cherry thing last week, man.
Oh fuck!
No. Let's not break this. I don't think there's anything that we can really say about it anymore. That
hasn't already been said.
It's kind of like you're running the gauntlet.
I'm just fucking done. An old guy got fired because of what he said is what I boil it down to. Yes, he had a good point. Yes, he said it wrong. It's done.
Yeah, that's really what it comes down to. Did you see the status I posted the other day? It was like season 2, episode 27A of SpongeBob when Patrick said, "Who are you people?" It should be banned for racism.
well,
Patrick said, "You people." That's racist.
I know that you like the two of us and myself like a while ago were talking about this exact same thing, but I wanted to reiterate again. It's only a matter of time. Someone posted this a few days ago, which I'm really glad that people are starting to become really self-aware. But I don't like it as well because it means that it's finally going to start happening. But what people have yet to unearth and really start picking apart old works of art that are considered bad. Like, it was Mackenzie. I was talking to Mackenzie last weekend about and I like Whore to a Chainsaw by Thy Art Is Murder. And I was talking about how they no longer will play Whore to a Chainsaw because of its meaning and what like it stood for. And
they won't play anything from Infinite Death.
They won't play anything from Infinite Death. They won't play anything from Adversary. It's only a matter of time before they won't even. I bet you any money. So wait, why is it culturally appropriate to still talk about religion and still shit on religion and bash religion and blah blah blah? But it's no longer culturally appropriate to for dramatic and for entertainment effect to tackle certain topics, even like stuff like misogyny, or even if like fucking there's this like new band now, Venom Prison or something, that's like a death metal band that are trying to tackle misogyny and stuff. Whatever, but I find that like some of the music that's coming out nowadays, not necessarily Venom Prison, but a lot of other bands. What's the opposite of misogyny? What's the male equivalent?
Misandry.
Yeah, misandry.
Sounds like a Pokemon.
I find that with a lot of female artists nowadays, like it's almost kind of like, listen, okay, well you can no longer talk about misogynistic themes or whatever, even if you're not a misogynistic person, because I feel like a lot of the music that was made in early deathcore days wasn't necessarily a reflection of actual people's thoughts and feelings.
Of course not.
It's for fun, like it's for dramatic effect. And I mean, if that ever upset
edgelord shit,
yeah, like exactly, like fucking kids were edgy, bro. Like there's as many women that used to listen to those records as men, because back then it wasn't necessarily like, the lyrical content was thrown towards women.
It was not great lyrics, but it had a purpose.
Like it's 5 or 6 dudes in a band talking about how they feel because they're dudes. Now, but women back in the early MySpace days were listening to the same bands, but instead of looking at the lyrical content as necessarily an attack on women, I feel like people would step back and look at it as, I'm listening to this music because I just had a breakup, not necessarily with the girl. It could have been with the guy as well. And I'm listening to this music because it's like breakup music. It doesn't necessarily have to be exclusively thrown towards women. it can also you like I feel like lyricism. Yeah, like you can throw in like fuck the cunt or kill the whore, like and that kind of shit. Sure, but like at the end of the day, like and when a person listens to music, they're going to be listening to it from how they're like feeling and their thoughts and whatever. So like a girl could have had a breakup with a guy.
What was back in I think the 80s when D. Snyder went up against Congress because they were trying to censor music back in rock and roll, and they were going through a lot of their music like, this has a sadomasochist imagery and all of this, and how talking about abusing women. It's these D. Snyder's like, no, this song was about like our guitarist's like dental surgery or surgery that he went through. Like if you're this lady, this congresswoman is finding sadomasochist imagery, it's because she's looking for it. If you hear misogyny and you're looking for misogyny, you're going to hear it. If you're going to look for a song about surgery, you're going to find that imagery. You take, from art and from music and from any medium, what you're experiencing or what you like or what you're looking for. Kind of like we were saying about earlier with music. If you're going to go in looking for something negative or looking for a certain theme or aspect, you've already found it before even listening to the song. If you're like, oh, this song's gonna be misogynistic, it already is. Even before you hit play, it already is.
It's kind of funny because we're coming around full circle again, but like talking about like Chelsea Grin's Recreant. When I listen to Recreant, I don't necessarily look at it as a man hating a woman. The music video suggests that, sure, like it's all about these two guys like killing a.
But it's about betrayal, right?
Yeah,
it's a song about betrayal.
I feel like if I'm listening to the song and listening to the lyrics, I would never, ever, without ever knowing who they were, be able to piece together that it was about a guy hating a woman. It could have been about him hating backstabbers, like just anybody in general.
Well, that's what I took from the song, is that it was about betrayal. Could have been a friend that turned her back on you, family member. Like there's even like the lyrics, I can't believe I once considered you family, right? Like there's so much in the lyrical content that doesn't dictate misogyny. But again, if you go into Recreant expecting that, you've already made it a reality.
Can I ask a real honest question?
No.
Okay.
Yes.
Because it might go against what I think.
Okay.
No, real honest question here.
Go ahead.
How the fuck do we do this for an hour and in pretty much the 55th minute get into the real topics?
We do this every week.
That's
where it's like,
how do we consistently do this?
The first 45 minutes is us like, haha, video game, and then like the last 10 minutes, like, yo, we gotta get down to like the human psyche, and
and this whole conversation is going on while Isabella's dancing.
Yes,
just as a reminder.
That or the JPEG of Danny Phantom posting.
I'm not using that one.
Okay.
But no, yeah, that's that seems to be the way that 2019 is, man. It's
gonna get worse. It's getting worse.
People on the surface will talk about how they're, like, oh well, I support this and I support that, but behind closed doors, man, people will say anything, like, and have completely different thoughts and feelings. It's just that we have to chameleon ourselves nowadays to because like we grew up like through the 2000s where like shit was kind of lawless. Like we were growing up in an age where progressive society was, I'd say, like at an almost perfect kind of balance between, well, you can still say this shit, but like you can't go that far, but you can still say, like, like the George Carlin days and fucking
yeah, like we grew up in an age where we passed the area of like segregations. Like, like I grew up with black friends, brown friends, Asian friends. Like when I was a kid, I had a spectrum of people, and I didn't grow up in a community where that was bad. But you look in the 50s and the 60s, and it's like, oh fuck, man, oh, someone who's not white. Ugh. So we avoided that. We grew up in an age where women were. And it's, well, I don't want to say, like, obviously when we were children, there's a lot of shit behind the scenes that we just didn't get. But women have rights. You know what I mean? Like have for a long time. We grew up in like the 90s and the early 2000s where Nick was saying everything was kind of in perfect balance. It was like, hey, things are good. Everyone's loved. Just don't be a dick. Just don't be a dick.
Pretty much.
You know? But now we're kind of, we live in an age where it's like, hey, I want I want the cake, but I want to eat it too. Where it's like, I feel this way. I understand that's how the way I feel, but that means you need to feel that way too. And if you disagree with that,
how dare
you? You know,
Exactly.
it's not one of those things where it's like, if you disagree with someone being a Nazi, that's fine. But if you disagree with me because I like the color pink,
oh, fuck you piece of shit. How dare you?
You know what I mean? Like it's gone so far, and I'll argue this till the day I die. What creates law now is not right or wrong, but it's who can throw the biggest hissy fit. If someone can scream and yell the loudest about something, the government and corporations and whoever will feed into that, right? It doesn't matter if it's right or wrong. It's just who has the most backing. And that's the way this PC culture is going. It's no longer politically correct culture. It is just who can yell the most and get their way. That's kind of where it's becoming. I don't know.
The answer is me. Bullshit. I can yell the most.
What are you talking
about? All right, gentlemen. I got to get going.
Okie doke. Yeah, it's about that time. We've been going for an hour.
Hour and 10 minutes.
Man.
Sick.
With more than half of that being literally Isabel dancing.
But we'll be back on Thursday.
Hell yeah. I'm gonna summarize it real quick. Pillars of Autumn, 14th episode. Check us out on Pillars of Autumn Official on Facebook, Pillars of Autumn Official Instagram. Buy our shit at pillarsofautumnofficial.bigcartel.com. We got long sleeves, short sleeves, no sleeves, CDs. Good shit. Check us out on Spotify, iTunes, Apple Music, whatever you use for your music. Check us out, please.
And we will be announcing a show soon too, so stay tuned for that.
That'd be cool.
Anybody listening from Toronto?
Thank you for tuning in.
Peace, everybody.
Bye.
This was a failure of an episode.